Hello everybody and welcome back to another review. We got an awesome video for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about what's coming up next for the Mimic. So here we go. So Muck, the developer of the Mimic, released an announcement that they have a huge update planned for October. At first I thought this could have been Yokai, but it looks like it's still going to be Book 2, Chapter 3 of the Mimic, which they're still working hard on. Now, like I said, for Book 2, Chapter 2, the development on Book 2, Chapter 3 will not interfere with Yokai because they have their own separate developers for creating these chapters of the Mimic. Now, I think some people were worried with new developers for creating Book 2, Chapter 2 because we wouldn't get, like, that Mimic touch that we had with, like, Chapter 1 and, like, Chapter 2 was, like, just the nostalgia-based content. But after the release of Book 2, Chapter 2, I was quite surprised and very happy with the content that they delivered. It was very engaging. There was not really a boring part that we were just always stuck on. It was engaging. It was fun to play with friends. And they added a new coin system, which we could farm a bit too, which was very fun. Now, for Chapter 3, I'm really hoping that they do something different. By different, I mean going to a different realm. I made a ton of prediction videos on this, and I really do think we are going to be going to a different realm. If you're curious what realm I'm talking to, I think we all know I'm talking about Joyoku, which is the hell of the Mimic. And the reason I think we're going there is because of the other prediction videos is because our heart was ripped out at the end of Book 2, Chapter 2. So where else would we go? I don't think we would go to the Heaven of the Mimic. I forget what that's called. There's like a crazy name for it. But I do think we're going to be going to the Hell of the Mimic. It's possible we meet some characters like Shinigami and some characters we encountered our first time we went to Joyoku, but I think it would be a really cool story moment if we went to a different realm. So the even bigger announcement in that message was that they have a gameplay video coming out soon. Now, if I saw this message before they said that they had an update planned for October, I would have thought that the update was coming out in September. And that's because usually when they have a gameplay video, it is pretty much close to release. But when they say we have a gameplay video coming out soon, I think that they're talking about in the next like 2 to 3 weeks, which will get us into, well, like middle of September as I'm recording this video. So it would make sense for an October update. Now, when in October, I think they're going to release it. Now, I like to make bold predictions like this just because they're fun. And last time I predicted the update of the Mimic, I was exactly right. So I'm going to make a bold prediction that the update will come out October 13th. The reason why is because, first of all, it's Friday the 13th. It's the very spooky day. I think it'll fit the Mimic very, very well. And it's on a Friday too. I believe the last update either came out on a Saturday or Friday. I'm like 90% sure it came out on a Friday. But that's going to be my bold prediction for when the update is going to come out. I don't think they'll release it early October. I don't think it'll be completely ready by then. But I do think middle of October it will release. It is also possible that we're going to see some revamps of some of the event. I would guess that the revamp we're going to get with the update will probably be a Halloween event, just because we're into the Halloween season. But I do think some other chapters that could get a revamp could be Book 1 or Book 2, Chapter 1, which is a very new chapter, but I think it's the oldest in terms of revamped. Let's see. Book 1, all of Book 1 has had a revamp. So yeah, since all of Book 1 has had a revamp, that's the latest chapter. There might be some game modes that came out before, but that's the latest chapter that they have not revamped. And there's a couple parts which they can make more fun, including like the last part with T-Gnome and stuff, which has a bunch of glitches. I think that could use a revamp. And they can maybe add in some coins for that too. Something I think that they should change, which I was doing on stream, is definitely the coin system. I don't think they should max out the coins. I think they should allow you to like collect as many coins as possible so you can save up for like the next update when they bring us some new lanterns. It just adds more content and an excuse for people to keep playing. There is something there though I want to go over a little bit more, which is what I said about the Halloween revamp. Not only I think they're going to do a Halloween revamp, but I do think that another Halloween event could return. I believe that the badges will come back, of course. I do think that old badges will return for stuff like the Kabucha event. I forget which one that's called. And there's another Halloween event. I forget what they're both called, but I do believe that the badges will return for that. But I do think it would be cool if we got a third Halloween event. It doesn't have to be a super long game mode, just something like the Shinigami one. Like I would assume that something like development for something like that would only take like 2 to 3 weeks. Like still a long time, but it would really keep the community engaged, and just something like secret, like maybe add it in at the end of like book 2 chapter 2. You go to a spot like way further in, and there's a chance that you get this secret event. Like the secret event was so fun just because not many people knew how to get there. There's only a low chance of it spawning, so I think for the next Halloween, I think that they should definitely do something like that. So something else that they could do, which would be really interesting, I don't know if they would do it, but I think that they could release Yokai towards the same time as the book 2 chapter 3 of the Mimic hype, because when they have that like huge hype, they usually gain like 20 to 30,000 players. They could really advertise the release of Yokai. I don't think that they're actually going to do this, and if you guys are thinking that they're going to release them on the same day, that probably will absolutely never happen. It would shock me so much if the developers of the Mimic released Yokai on the same day as book 2 chapter 3, because I think most people, I would probably play Yokai first, but most people would play book 2 chapter 3 of the Mimic first just because they are familiar with it. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section what you would play. If they, let's say, released it on the same day, which game would you play? But I do think it's possible that they may release it like a week or two right after the update, because once they got that hype going and they just add a game that's highly replayable, I think they can keep the hype, which is hard for Mimic to do just because the work that it takes for the content, like it takes like 3 to 4 months for like a single update that takes like an hour at most to play. So if they get like Yokai out in the in book 2 chapter 3, I think it's going to be the only time where they will have enough content to satisfy the community for about like till the next update. And I'm talking about book 2 chapter 4. I don't think we will be looking for other content because we'll be so busy with Yokai and book 2 chapter 3 that they can literally get the next chapter out and update Yokai if they got that big of a developer team. Also, something I do want to mention, in one of my latest videos, I said that one of the monsters, this one right here, looked like Shinigami. Clarified that. I'm not sure if that was my fault that he had to clarify that. He said this is not Shinigami or aka Manto. By the way, new monster. So yes, that is a new monster, the one in the picture. I did think that could have been a new monster, but I was really hoping that was like a revamped version of Shinigami. It kind of looked like Shinigami, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is Shinigami, and he just confirmed it, so yeah. In the meantime, though, while they're waiting to release all these big projects, I do think that they should release some more lanterns to buy. Because, man, I did a live stream where I collected all 3 lanterns, and that was a lot of fun. Just collecting those stuff to gain lanterns to collect more. And I'm not sure I'm not a developer, so I'm not sure what the progress is like making lanterns and like how long it takes to create them, but I don't think it's the most difficult thing in the world if I had to guess to make a couple of lanterns. What they could do, all they have to do is make like 3 or 4 lanterns. They can even make a lantern for like 10,000 coins. Like they could really do that. Make a lantern for 10,000 coins that we could like just absolutely just farm for, and we can say, oh, we got the lantern just for fun, because they're lanterns at the end of the day. Like it doesn't give you any gameplay advantage. Like it's just something to collect. So I think something like that would be fun for the community to enjoy in the meantime of the updates, just to get them some more content. And they could also make it so you can get coins in other chapters. I would really recommend them doing chapters like book 2 chapter 1 and maybe even book 1 chapter 4. But yeah, super excited for book 2 chapter 3. This is my longest sneak peek video. I don't even know if it's a sneak peek video, just a prediction video of what could be coming up. Sorry about the motorcycle in the background. But yeah, I'm very excited for this new update of the Mimic and Yokai as well, which you should be getting some more news on. I believe how the development is working is Muck and the original developers are working on Yokai, while another set of developers are working on the Mimic book 2 chapter 3. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens there. Let me know how excited you are. Ask you guys a question, tell me something in the comment section down below. I forgot what it was, but yeah, let me know. Subscribe, like, turn on those notifications. Hope you guys all enjoy. Check out some of my other videos over here, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.